Have you noticed it? That quiet electricity moving through your body? The way your senses feel louder than they used to. The way familiar places suddenly feel unfamiliar. Maybe your hands move without you telling them to. Maybe crowds feel heavier. Maybe you're exhausted, but not in a normal way. And somewhere beneath all of it, a question keeps whispering. What is happening to me? Many people are taught to look at these experiences as problems to be fixed, or symptoms to be explained away. But across spiritual traditions, and across thousands of personal stories, these sensations are often understood differently. Not as illness, not as failure, but as an inner transformation. A moment when the nervous system, the identity, and the emotional body begin to loosen their old shapes. Symbolically, this is what awakening feels like from the inside. One of the first signs is heightened sensitivity. You may feel more affected by light, sound, textures, even other people's emotions. What once faded into the background now presses forward, demanding your attention. Spiritually, many people interpret this as the aperture widening. The filters that once dulled your perception are thinning, not because something is wrong, but because something is being revealed. Psychologically, this can feel incredibly overwhelming. Energetically, it often feels like standing in the rain without armor for the first time. You are not becoming fragile, you are becoming accurate. And accuracy takes adjustment. Next, you might experience unconscious movement and restless energy. You might notice subtle movements like fidgeting, rocking, or shaking. Your hands might want to move on their own. Many people interpret this as energy seeking a new pathway. Symbolically, this is the body releasing stored patterns, old tension, old restraint, old vigilance. The body remembers what the mind forgot, and when your identity loosens, the body often speaks first. These movements aren't meaningless. They are a form of discharge. They are integration in motion. Another common experience is a new difficulty with change and structure. You may notice that sudden changes feel harder now. Your nervous system craves predictability, ritual, and a sense of ground. This isn't regression. Symbolically, this is what happens when the old internal scaffolding dissolves before the new one is fully built. You're between architectures, and the soul, when it's rebuilding, asks for stillness. Gentleness here isn't a weakness, it's a form of wisdom. Allowing yourself that stability is crucial. At some point, the question of identity, dissolution arises. You find yourself asking, who am I underneath all of this? Old roles feel hollow. Old motivations lose their grip. Even your past self feels like someone you used to know. This can feel frightening, like you're losing your footing. But spiritually, this is often described as unmasking. You're not losing yourself, you're releasing who you had to be in order to survive. What falls away was never the core of who you are. It was protection. And protection, once it's no longer needed, becomes heavy. This process often brings on emotional intensity and grief. You may grieve things you didn't even know you lost. Time, energy, versions of yourself that never got to breathe. This grief doesn't mean you're going backward. It means you're integrating truth. Symbolically, this is the heart reopening to its full range, including sorrow that was once postponed or suppressed. Nothing here is wasted. Grief is simply love, discovering where it was delayed. It's a profound part of the healing journey. Then there's social dissonance. Conversations may feel harder. Small talk feels emptier. Certain environments become unbearable. You're not becoming antisocial. You're becoming incongruent with what no longer fits your energy. The nervous system recognizes misalignment long before the mind can name it. And sometimes, silence is the most honest response the soul has. It's okay to withdraw. It's totally fine to take a step back and listen to that inner voice guiding you about what doesn't feel right anymore. During this time, you might find yourself seeking mirrors, not answers. You may feel drawn to stories, not authorities, to people who recognize you, not those who try to explain you. This is an ancient instinct. During a transformation, the psyche looks for resonance, not instruction. Mirrors calm the nervous system. They send a powerful message. You're not alone. And that feeling of recognition, of being seen in your experience, is powerful medicine. Taken together, All these experiences point to one profound archetypal transformation. You are shedding an identity built around adaptation, around coping, fitting in, and endurance. Symbolically, this is the passage from survival to presence, from performance to truth. The old self learned how to function in a world that didn't fully see you. The emerging self is learning how to inhabit itself completely. This is not an ascension away from the body. It is a descension into authenticity. Awakening doesn't make you less human. It makes you inhabit it. It brings you fully into your own skin. If you're moving through this right now, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You are not late. You are not failing at being normal. You are in a threshold moment, one where the nervous system, the soul, and your identity are renegotiating their relationship with each other. Go slowly, listen gently, and trust that what is falling away was never meant to be carried forever. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments not to explain, but to recognize one another in this journey. And if you feel called, subscribe or share this with someone who might be quietly wondering if they're losing themselves, when in truth, they're finally beginning to arrive. Thanks for watching. This is Finding Kundalini Awakening.